Hello and welcome back to Simon's Rants. I'm Simon, and today I'm doing part 3 of my series of movies that you cannot believe are turning 20 years old. Today I'm reviewing Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. Oh, this makes me feel so old. I remember these movies coming out. I remember being excited for them. I remember reading the books. I remember all of this stuff. But yeah, I'm going to be reviewing the first one of the series, which of course is starring Daniel Radcliffe, Emma Watson, Rupert Grint, Alan Rickman. So yeah, Harry Potter, the books and the movies took the world by storm in the early 2000s on through the next decade because it was this really imaginative story that was really fantastical and cool and different. And it grew up with the audiences. I remember growing up with it, and as it changed and evolved, so did I, because it started out family friendly and kiddie and got more dark and serious as it went on. I remember really enjoying all of these. I haven't seen any of them in a while, but I remember especially enjoying the first 4. I think that's pretty much the average consensus, is that the first 4 movies especially are really good, and then the other 4 are okay. They have some issues. To be honest, all of the movies have issues because one, J.K. Rowling is honestly a horrible writer. I've said that since the beginning. It's not because she got canceled. I couldn't care less. She's never been a good writer. She's got tons of plot holes. She borrows from other people. She's not very good at writing just in general. And when they tried to adapt it to movies, they tried to fix some of the plot holes, but didn't get rid of all of them, and also accidentally created some new errors as well. So they're not perfect. They're kiddie, they're goofy in some ways, but they're also very enjoyable. So I think I will like this. Like I said, I haven't seen it in a few years, but I'm pretty sure I will still really like this after 20 years. But let's watch it and find out. This is Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. Let's do it. I also had tons of the Legos. Harry Potter was one of the coolest series Legos ever had. They were awesome Legos, and I wish I had every set because they were all so cool. I actually had the Chamber of Secrets set though. That was one of the big sets. I normally didn't get the really big sets. That was a pretty big set, and I love that. Some movies are just so classic. The soundtrack is just so classic that the second you hear a couple notes, you know the movie's good. Like, you don't need to watch the rest of the movie. You can just hear that and go, oh yeah, this movie's gonna be really good. I know he's doing this to avoid being seen. I think this is pretty noticeable. Why don't you just take your wand and go whoop and all the lights go out at once? Because then people would think, oh, it's a power outage. But a guy walking with a light go, turn that one off, turn that one off, turn that one off, turn that one off. It's pretty noticeable. It kind of looks weird.
Are the rumors true, Albus?
I'm afraid so, Professor. The good and the bad.
As well as the ugly.
And the boy?
Hagrid is bringing him.
Do you think it wise to trust Hagrid with something as important as this?
Not really, honestly. I don't know why I did it, but I was in the middle of smoking a little bit, so I wasn't making the best choices.
Do you really think it's safe, leaving him with these people? I've watched them all day. They're the worst sort of muggles imaginable. They really are.
The only family he has.
Okay, and? Put him under some sort of, protection agency instead.
There won't be a child in our world who doesn't know his name.
Exactly. He's far better off growing up away from all of that. Until he is ready.
And we're going to say that 11 is ready? Okay, if you're gonna keep him oblivious to, him being famous and all that until he's, 18, okay, maybe you could make the argument that he could handle it a little bit better. But he's just gonna become aware of it when he's 11 anyway. That's not gonna help anything. No, you should raise him better. This is a horrible idea.
Wake up, cousin! We're going to the zoo!
Why put him in a closet? Why? Why? You're taking care of the guy. Why pretend? Hating the kid for no reason just doesn't make sense to me, but alright.
Aren't they wonderful, darling? How many are there?
36. Counted them myself.
36! But last year I had 37!
Yes, well, some of them are quite a bit bigger than last year.
I don't care how big they are!
You know, it really is amazing how many, like, good child actors they managed to get for this series. Like, obviously, Daniel Radcliffe and Emma Watson, she can't really act, but Rupert Grint and all that, and Tom Felton, but, like, Harry Melling, honestly, maybe the best actor of the lot of them. How do you find all of these amazing, talented kid actors?
Move!
Move! He's asleep. He's boring.
Sorry about him. He doesn't understand what it's like, lying there day after day, watching people press their ugly faces in on you.
Snakes can't blink. Just in case you were wondering, they can't do that.
You're from Burma, aren't you? Was it nice there? Do you miss your family? I see. That's me as well. I never knew my parents either.
Going into what we know about the second movie, in reality, he was speaking parcel tongue to that snake, so he's just up against the glass going... Just imagine, you're at the zoo. Oh, look at that bearded dragon, that's cool. Oh, a Komodo dragon, nice. Oh, python. Okay, kids, let's move this way.
Dad, come here! You won't believe what this snake is doing!
Just side note here, by the way, if you take into account what we know from the rest of Harry Potter, being able to take away an entire pane of glass without saying a single word, mind you, is incredibly powerful and really hard to do. Like, doing any spells without talking is difficult. For some reason, talking out loud makes a difference with doing spells. I don't know why Harry Potter rules. I don't know. But he didn't say anything. He just, and the glass disappeared. How did he do that? How did he do that? If you didn't think the glass was there, why would you go like this? Guess it's time to walk through this blank area that there's nothing. Oh shoot, there was something. You wouldn't do that. You'd just be like, okay, bank. Oh, I can't believe there's a wall right here where I felt for a wall.
What happened?
I swear I don't know! 1 minute the glass was there and then it was gone. It was like magic.
There's no such thing as magic.
Why raise him this way? You know magic's real, yet you constantly punish and abuse him and then get shocked when he uses magic. What did you think would happen? I'm just gonna keep ragging on this universe because it's stupid. Why do they use owls to send mail? And right now you might be going, why not use owls? It's really convenient. You don't need any mail carriers that way. You just give it to the magic owl and he knows exactly where to go. It's a great idea. What's wrong with it? Because there's flu powder. Just think. You've got a fireplace, you drop in some flu powder, you say the address, and you toss a letter in. Frick, you could have a whole mail room that works like that. Like at the freaking Ministry of Magic, they got all those fireplaces. You get a whole thing of letters, you drop some flu powder, and you go London Post Office and drop the letters in. Or, like I said, everybody could just do it at home in their own fireplaces. You're like, hey, you need to write a letter to Grandma. Grandma's house. And there it goes. Why are we training owls, the slowest birds in the universe, to take letters miles away? They're not meant for that. Owls don't do that. Why are we abusing these animals? There's so many better ways to do these things. Why was this their reaction? They don't like the kid. They don't want to deal with the kid. why not send him off to the freaking school so you don't have to see him ever again? Just say, hey, stay there over the summer and winter break. Don't come back. Good riddance. Nope! We hate this kid. We want nothing to do with him, so we're gonna keep him here and tell him that magic's not real and he can't go anywhere else because we hate him and we don't want him here. So he stays here. Why?
Fine day, Sunday. In my opinion, best day of the week. Why is that, Dudley?
Because there's no post on Sundays.
Right you are, Harry. No post on Sunday.
It's a highly specific reason to like Sunday. You can say football. I don't know, church. You like going to church? No work? Nope. I just don't like it when mail shows up on my door. Hate that. Hate it.
Not one blasted miserable...
Yeah, see how easy that was? It came right out of the fireplace and smacked you in the face. Now just imagine if that's how it worked all the time. Question. How is this happening? Are they just a series of owls all flying by repeatedly, all dropping it and landing it in the top of the chimney in such rapid succession that it's billowing out like that? Or are there like owls up there with like reverse vacuums blowing it in? Once again, why is this all owl-based? And now there's just owls at the door going, letters! Letters! Take all the letters!
We're going away! Far away! Where they can't find us!
Well, this is awfully dramatic. I know exactly the place. There's this tiny freaking island in the middle of the goddamn ocean. We won't go out into the country. We won't go to Grandma's house. We're going to go out to the middle of the goddamn ocean.
Make a wish, Harry.
I wish for a big hairy man to walk right through my door. Wishes do come true.
I demand that you leave at once, sir. You are breaking and entering.
Oh, shoot, am I? I wasn't aware.
Dry up, Dursley, you great prune.
But that wouldn't work like that at all. Either he's got bulletproof hands, or that's the strongest barrel to ever exist, because a bullet would just go right through the freaking barrel. Just be like, Meh. Oh. Well. It kinda hurt. Once again, Hagrid did not say any words. He just flames out the end of a broken wand, by the way. That's immense powers of magic. He's a high wizard for all we know.
Of course you know all about Hogwarts.
Sorry, no.
No? Blimey, Harry, didn't you ever wonder where your mum and dad learned it all?
Learned what?
You're a wizard, Harry.
You're a wizard, Harry. Hey, that was pretty good. We should put that... Hey, guys, we should put that in the trailer. That you're a wizard, Harry. That's gonna be a good one. That's gonna get the audiences going.
I can't be a wizard.
Did you ever make anything happen? Anything you couldn't explain when you were angry or scared?
Well, there was this one time I was watching this movie with this girl. No, stop, Harry, stop. Not like that. Not like that.
Dear Mr. Potter,
We've been trying to reach you about your car's extended warranty.
you knew all along and you never told me.
Of course we knew. How could you not be? My perfect sister being who she was. Oh, my mother and father were so proud the day she got her letter. We have a witch in the family. Isn't it wonderful?
Okay, time out, rewind. They're muggles, and they got a random letter going, "Ah, welcome to Hogwarts, the school of witchcraft and wizardry." And they went, "We're so proud. You've never heard of this place before in your goddamn life. You're proud? Why wouldn't you just go, this is a weird prank? Throw that out."
This boy's had his name down ever since you were born. He's going to the finest school of witchcraft and wizardry in the world.
I don't know too much about these other wizarding schools, but I have a hard time believing that Hogwarts is the best there is to offer. I feel like it's the ghetto school, honestly. There's always people dying, always something going wrong, and you're like, it's the finest school. Yeah, Okay, it's probably better than America, sure, but barely. That is a good idea, though. I would love to see, like, a Harry Potter spinoff about, like, a really ghetto-ass American wizarding school. I just imagine that. Like, they all have, like, shitty, like, secondhand everything. They only have, like, 2 wands per classroom. There's school of Avada Kedavras every other one. Welcome to the MLK School of Witchcraft and Mystery. We empower you to follow your dream.
We're a bit behind schedule. Let's be off. Unless you'd rather stay, of course.
He thought about it. He's like, I don't know. Wizarding school sounds kind of pretentious. I think I may pass. So you're telling me that the only way into Diagon Alley from London is going through a bar? That doesn't sound family-friendly at all.
Welcome back, Mr. Potter. Welcome back.
Doris Crockford, Mr. Potter. I can't believe I'm meeting you at last.
Harry Potter. Can't tell you how pleased I am to meet you.
Hello, Professor. I didn't see you there. Harry, this is Professor Quirrell. He'll be your defense against the dark arts teacher at Hogwarts.
Oh, nice to meet you.
Fearfully fascinating subject. Not that you need it, eh, Potter?
Oh, I'm obviously important to the plot because I have the camera trained solely on me, and I'm taking up a lot more time than everybody else. Definitely not the bad guy, am I? Hey. See, with just a couple taps of your magic umbrella, you too can turn bricks into CGI. It's amazing how this is like a magically hidden area, yet really all it is behind a wall. I think if you just like climbed over top the building or like got in a drone or something, you could just see right down in there. Not so hidden now, is it?
Hagrid? What exactly are these things?
They're goblins, Harry. Clever as they come, goblins, but not the most friendly of beasts.
Are these Jews? They're people in charge of the bank. They have long noses, and they're all short. J.K. Rowling, god damn it, I knew you were problematic, but holy shit.
Professor Dumbledore gave me this. It's about you-know-what in Vault. You know which.
So subtle. He's so good at this. I'm glad that we left all this really top secret important information and stuff in his hands because we know he's so good with that. It's like you got the top secret thing in the top secret place with the thing that we can't talk about in that place. You know what I'm saying? A wink. A wink wink. Oh, eh? Real subtle, buddy. Look at all the freaking money he had. He could have been living in splendor his whole childhood, and you're like, nah, let's make him live in the worst possible situation ever.
Vault 713.
What's in there, Hagrid?
Absolutely nothing. We're not going to stay here. We're going to move on and never mention it again. Goodbye. Gosh, I didn't know that vault doors were just ticklish. You just, oh, Gucci cool. And okay, go in.
I still need a wand. Hello?
I wondered when I'd be seeing you, Mr. Potter.
I wondered when you'd come into my shop, Harry Potter. See what I did there? Wandered. Wand. I said wands. Get it? It's clever. I've been thinking about this for 11 goddamn years, dude.
Perhaps this.
How about you try this one? Duh. Wand. It's a wand.
I wonder. Voldemort started to gather some followers. Your parents fought against him. But nobody lived once he decided to kill him. Nobody. Not one. Except you.
What happened to you know who?
Well, some say he died. Codswallop, in my opinion. Nope. I reckon he's out there still.
Why? Why do you think that, exactly? What led to that decision?
Blimey, is that the time? Sorry, Harry, I'm gonna have to leave you.
And I'm definitely not going to explain any of the obvious things that I should be explaining to somebody who knows nothing about the wizarding world. Like, oh, you gotta run through a wall? Maybe I should have said some of those things, but nah. I was obviously the best guy that we could put in charge of this.
Excuse me, sir. Can you tell me where I might find platform 9 3/4?
Oh yeah, the tourist attraction thing is right over there. You'll see this little push cart that's like halfway through the wall. There's probably going to be a queue though, because people like to take pictures with it. So you might have to get in line and wait a little bit, but it's right over there.
All right, Percy. You first.
Yeah, that's subtle as all hell. I'm glad we came up with this brilliant idea. We couldn't just, have our own train station, like, around the corner or underneath something. No, we'll just have people blatantly walk through walls in front of a bunch of muggles. Great idea!
Could you tell me how to get onto the platform?
Not to worry, dear. It's Ron's first time to Hogwarts as well. Now, all you've got to do is walk straight at the wall between platforms 9 and 10.
But slightly more towards 10? You don't want to be right in the middle. You want to be like 3/4 of it. So just like slightly more towards 10 than towards 9. But not all the way towards 10, but just slightly, like 3/4 of the way towards 10. It's not that complicated. Then he gets ran into by Ron because he's just standing there like a moron. Why, though, do we all take a train to Hogwarts? Oh, you can't apparate onto school grounds. Yeah, but you can still floop out to places like Hogsmeade and then walk there. The whole train thing is just, what? You're making yourself blatantly obvious to any muggle that chooses to look at the wall as you go through it. 2, it's just its own time waste. And thirdly, you're spending all this money on the train every year. That's pointless.
Anything off the trolley, dears?
No, thanks. I'm all set. We'll take the lot. Bertie bought every flavour beans.
They mean every flavour. There's chocolate and peppermint, and there's also spinach, liver, and tripe.
Why, though? I know it's become an actual thing because of this movie, that they've got these, like, prank candies that some are good and some are bad, and you're like, oh, 50-50, you never know. Why would you ever actually want that, though, if it wasn't already in this movie? It's just a terrible idea. It's like, oh, I'm enjoying that one. Oh, that's watermelon. Oh, that's grape. Oh, that's vomit. Great. Lovely. All that one's human shit. Fantastic. Whose idea was this?
So, has anyone seen a toad? A boy named Neville's lost one.
No.
Oh, are you doing magic? Let's see then.
Sunshine, daisies, buttermellow. Turn this stupid fat rat yellow.
Why are some spells stupid rhymes like that and then the turn this water to rum rhyme that we hear later, and other things are like Alohomora, Avada Kedavra? They're like these actual spells, and then other are just like random rhymes in English. Why? There's no logic, there's no connection, there's no consistency.
Are you sure that's a real spell? Well, it's not very good, is it?
And you're not likable at all, are you, huh? A great feel, like the music, the visuals, it's all just fascinating. It really captures like the imagination of a kid. Like, I completely understand why I as a child and so many other people were obsessed with this. Like, it's silly, it's cheesy and all that, but it is so just imaginative and so amazing to look at. Everything about this world is fascinating, as long as you don't think about it too much.
In a few moments, you will pass through these doors and join your classmates. But before you can take your seats, you must be sorted into your houses. They are Gryffindor, Hufflepuff, Ravenclaw, and Slytherin.
Because that makes so much sense. You know, the best way to raise and teach children is to teach them segregation and to judge people based on their personality types. Brilliant! Brilliant! I'm glad that we're making prejudices right off the bat here. Smart idea.
Your triumphs will earn you points. Any rule breaking, and you will lose points. At the end of the year, the house with the most points is awarded...
Trevor! We need a win, guys. We need Trevor.
It's true then, what they're saying on the train. Harry Potter has come to Hogwarts. Harry Potter? You'll soon find out that some wizarding families are better than others, Potter. You don't want to go making friends with the wrong sort. I can help you there.
The best kid actor in this whole goddamn franchise. Welcome.
Before we begin, Professor Dumbledore would like to say a few words.
A few words. Let us begin. Please note that the Dark Forest is strictly forbidden to all students. Unless they need to be punished, then we shall punish the students by taking them into the forest. It makes a lot of sense if you don't think about it.
When I call your name, you will come forth. I shall place the sorting hat on your head, and you will be sorted into your houses. Hermione Granger?
What order are you going in? You've got a list of all the students just randomized? Because you'd think you'd go alphabetically, but there is no way in hell Hermione Granger came up first in the alphabet for any reason. Slytherin! You didn't even touch him. You made an assumption about him before you even knew him. Asshole.
It's not a witch or wizard who went bad who wasn't in Slytherin.
I will not stand any Slytherin slander. If you look into the Slytherin house, it's not about being evil. That's not what makes you a Slytherin. Well, let's just look at the character traits of Slytherin. Slytherins tend to be ambitious, shrewd, cunning, strong leaders, and achievement-oriented. They also have highly developed senses of self-preservation. None of those are bad traits. Maybe it's the atmosphere created by you people picking on and telling Slytherins that they're evil all the time that breeds negative people. Maybe it's not their fault. Maybe it's your fault. Or maybe we're just ignoring all the evil wizards that come out of the other houses just so we can paint the narrative that Slytherins are the only ones. Oh, political.
Harry, what is it?
Where shall I...
Nothing. Nothing, I'm fine.
Let's see. I know. Hufflepuff!
You have no talent. You're not ambitious. You're not smart. Hufflepuff it is, I guess. In all seriousness, though, Hufflepuffs are the best. I love Hufflepuffs. I wish I was a Hufflepuff, honestly, because I aspire to be that kind of person, but I'm honestly more of a Slytherin.
Another Weasley. I know just what to do with you. Gryffindor!
This sorting hat is a moron. Because if he knew anything about any of these people, he would have sorted them completely differently. Hermione would have been a Ravenclaw. Harry would have been a Slytherin. Neville would have been a Hufflepuff. I know they all have brave tendencies, but that's not their dominant tendency. Hermione's smart. That is her main personality and pretty much only personality trait. Harry is cunning. Everything about him is Slytherin. He's not Gryffindor. And then Neville is brave at times, but he's also a very loving, very compassionate, friendly person. He's a Hufflepuff. This sorting hat's a moron. He just looked at him and went, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. You're cool. You not so much. You're a moron. You're smart, I guess.
Let the feast begin.
And also remember that this food, this bountiful feast is provided for due to the slavery of our house elves. So everybody give 2 stomps on the ground as a thank you to them.
Hello. Welcome to Gryffindor.
Thank you. Can you get out of my food?
This is the most direct path to the dormitories.
And by direct, I mean that we honestly have no way of determining what's actually direct because the stairs just keep moving in every direction. This is also stupid. Why does this exist? Who thought this was a good idea? Were they drunk? Was the architect drunk when he made this freaking place?
Quickly now, come on. Come on.
Yes, the picture's moving.
Well, yes, the picture's moving. Of course the picture's moving. Every picture in the wizarding world moves. Are you a wizard or not, moron? Have you ever seen a newspaper? Has your family ever taken a picture ever? You had the freaking wizard card earlier. Oh, the picture is moving. I can't believe it. Of course it is. Dumbass! Oh look, the water's wet.
Password. Caput Draconis.
I'm a very classy lady who will be very uptight and pretentious until about movie 3 or something, and then I'll become a caricature of myself like many characters. Anyway, enter.
We made it. Can you imagine the look on McGonagall's face if we were late? That was bloody brilliant.
Oh, thank you for that assessment, Mr. Weasley. Perhaps it would be more useful if I were to transfigure Mr. Potter and yourself into a pocket watch. That way one of you might be on time.
We got lost.
Then perhaps a map.
Okay, bitch, but have you seen the freaking staircases? You should have. You live here. It's not their fault. They're freaking first years. Getting lost in Hogwarts is pretty freaking easy.
There will be no foolish wand-waving or silly incantations in this class. I don't expect many of you to appreciate the subtle science and exact art that is potion-making.
Why are you being pretentious and uptight about spells? Isn't that what wizards are? It's like, we don't cast spells in this class. We only make potions. So get rid of that fiddle-faddle. We don't do magic here. You're wizards.
Mr. Potter, our new celebrity. Tell me, what would I get if I added powdered root of asphodel to an infusion of wormwood? You don't know? Well, let's try again. Where, Mr. Potter, would you look if I asked you to find me a bezoar?
I know there's significance to these questions, but I'm not quite big enough of a Potterhead to know the importance. I'm gonna check that real quick. The first thing Snape asks Harry is, what would I get if I added powdered root of asphodel to an infusion of wormwood? According to Victorian flower language, asphodel is a type of lily, meaning my regrets follow you to the grave, and wormwood means absence, and also typically symbolized a bitter sorrow. If you combine that, it meant I bitterly regret Lily's death. Cool stuff if you didn't know that. If you knew it, I'm sorry for wasting your time.
Eye of rabbit, harp string home. Turn this water into rum.
Like this. Like I was just talking about this. Why is that a spell? It's just a random rhyme. Like, could you just rhyme about anything and just because you're waving a wand it becomes a spell? Like, hippity how? Make me tow. Like, what? Zemrin Zood. Here's some food. Like, what? How does it work? I thought there were actual spells, yet sometimes you're just making Dr. Seuss rhymes.
Mail's here.
Just imagine the shit these owls leave behind every freaking time they come in the morning and start dropping packages. They're also going to start dropping other packages too, because they're birds that eat. This is why you should just use the Flu Network. It would be so much easier in every way.
Welcome to your first flying lesson. Well, what are you waiting for? Everyone step up to the left side of their broomstick. Stick your right hand over the broom and say up.
Like that too. Why isn't that how all spells work? Just like open door or kill or save life. Sometimes it's up, sometimes it's a broomia's uppus. Consistency would be nice.
Oh. Shut up, Harry.
That's cute. That's the two kids actually genuinely having a good time and laughing. It makes it feel so much better. And as the series goes on, for at least the first few films, you see that chemistry these kids had, and that makes it a lot more enjoyable.
I want each of you to kick off from the ground hard. Hover for a moment, then lean forward slightly and touch back down. On my whistle, 3, 2... Mr. Longbottom.
He's the only one that's doing the thing, so why are we all going like, hey, what are you doing? What are you doing? He's the only one that followed the instructions. Why are we mad? But then, yes, he does start flying away recklessly and uncontrollably. But think about the situation we just put this kid in. This isn't how you teach freaking kids to ride horses or drive cars. You didn't just say, all right, everybody get in or get on. I'll stand here and you all just try it. No, you take one at a time, have them be partially in control while you're partially in control, and figure it out. That way they learn. That way they don't die. But here you're like, hey, get on it and go. Not smart. Best school, my ass.
Everyone's to keep their feet firmly on the ground while I take Mr. Longbottom to the hospital wing. Understand? If I see a single broom in the air, the one riding it will find themselves out of Hogwarts before they can say Quidditch.
Like this. You're just gonna leave a bunch of 11-year-old kids in a parking lot full of cars and say, nobody's to drive any of these cars until I'm back. Here's the keys. I'll be right back. Don't drive. I'll be right back.
Did you see his face? Maybe if the fat lump had given this a squeeze, he would remember to fall on his fat ass.
Give it here, Malfoy.
No. I think I'll leave it somewhere for Longbottom to find. How about on the roof?
What's the matter, Potter? Bit beyond your reach.
Harry, no way. You heard what Madam Hoop said. Besides, you don't even know how to fly.
We're not even friends yet. Why are you telling me what to do? Get out of my face.
Harry Potter? Follow me.
Y'all just love rewarding people for breaking the rules, don't you?
Ingredient in... Professor Quirrell, excuse me. Could I borrow wood for a moment, please?
What? You want to borrow my wood?
Oh, yeah, yes, of course.
Well, anyway, back to making some cartoon sound effects. What is this class? The Wizarding School of Cartoon Sound Effects. Here we've got the Tasmanian Devil.
Seeker? But first years never make the house team.
What kind of bullshit is that? You don't have an actual starting seeker already? You can't just put him on the practice squad or have him as the second string or something? You just have some kid who's never played football before in his life, gets onto the field and starts throwing darts with the freaking ball, and you go, oh, you're the starting quarterback. Like what, you didn't have anybody else? You don't at least have him practice once and see if he can actually do it when there's a line of people trying to tackle him?
What's happening? The staircase has changed.
Oh no, we're going one floor up instead of one floor up. You know, you could probably just walk around.
Let's go this way. Before the staircase moves again.
Or you could just wait for the staircase to move back to the other way. I don't know how often it moves, but just wait 5 minutes.
Does anybody feel like we shouldn't be here?
We're not supposed to be here. This is the 3rd floor. It's forbidden.
Then why were you going up the staircase to the 3rd floor to begin with, dumbass? The staircase didn't change floors. It just changed side of the floor.
What do they think they're doing? Keeping a thing like that locked up in a school.
You don't use your eyes, do you? Didn't you see what it was standing on?
I wasn't looking at its feet. I was a bit preoccupied with its head.
It was standing on a trapdoor, which means it wasn't there by accident. It's guarding something. If you two don't mind, I'm going to bed before either of you come up with another clever idea to get us killed. Or worse, expelled.
She needs to sort out her priorities.
She also needs to learn how to not be a douchebag. But, you know, figure that out later.
Quidditch is easy enough to understand. There are 3 kinds of balls. This one's called the quaffle. Now, the chasers handle the quaffle and try to put it through one of those 3 hoops. The keeper, that's me, defends the hoops.
If this was a normal sport, that's where it would stop. That's where it would end. It's like, oh, so it's soccer, but with 3 goals in the sky. Interesting. Cool idea. Inventive. Kind of weird that there's 3 goals, but you know what? They move faster because they're on brooms, so that's cool. No! We also add in these freaking deadly-ass balls that want to knock your skull in. Also, by the way, each time you score, it's only worth 1 point. But the game doesn't freaking end until you catch this tiny little ball that moves at 1,000,000 miles per hour. And once you catch that, that gives you another 150 points. So most likely you're just winning anyway if you catch that. What's the point? That would be like if there was a soccer game going on. There's just a normal soccer game going on back and forth. Pretty low scoring as they usually are, like 3-2 or whatever. But then over here you've got 2 more guys, one from each team, running a race. Maybe it's 100 meters, maybe it's a marathon. You never know until you actually start the game. But whoever wins that race adds 10 goals to their team. Kind of makes the rest of the game seem pointless, doesn't it? What is the point of it? It's such a dumb game. Also, by the way, to add to the soccer game, there's people running around with bats, hitting people in the knees. Good God. Good game, you moron. J.K. Rowling, what the hell? Have you ever played a sport? Have you ever played any sport, ever? And the answer's no. Or you wouldn't have made this up. It's so abysmally stupid.
The only thing I want you to worry about is this.
And also the bludgeons, because they will try to kill you.
What do I do with it?
You catch it before the other team's seeker. You catch this, the game's over. You catch this, Potter, and we win.
Not literally. Most of the time, but not literally. Dude, it's a good thing he's not the seeker. He can't keep his eyes on it at all. It's like, bzz, 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 and he's going, where'd it go? Where'd it go? Oh my God. It's like, it stayed right there, dumbass.
One of the wizard's most rudimentary skills is levitation.
Ah, yes, Professor Flitwick before he got the massive upgrade through plastic surgery.
Don't forget the nice wrist movement we've been practicing. The swish and flick. Everyone? The swish and flick.
How come this spell has a motion to it? And some others do too. But then after a couple of movies, fuck it, every spell is just ha-ha, ha-ha, ha-ha. It's like Avada Kedavra, Expelliarmus, Stupendous, Magnificent, Amazing. It's like every spell is just ha-ha.
Wingardium Leviosa.
Well done, dear.
Oh my God, how did he manage that? That's just amazing.
I think we're going to need another feather over here, Professor.
Okay, you can shut up, kid. You're not funny, but that's alright. Got main character syndrome. Like, oh, something funny happened? I have to be the one that says something. Oh.
In the dungeon! Turn around in the dungeon!
Thought you ought to know. Well, anyway, back to eating.
Prefects will lead their house back to the dormitories. Teachers will follow me to the dungeons.
Or, better idea, we keep all the students here where all the teachers are and can watch over them and make sure the troll, the one singular troll, there's only one, doesn't get in there, and then a select few of teachers then go out and find it and kill it or whatever you do with trolls. Instead of sending a bunch of kids led by other kids a bunch of different directions where maybe the troll is.
What? Hermione! He doesn't know!
Okay, but she's in the bathroom. Is the troll really gonna be like, hey, first thing on my agenda once I get out of these dungeons, go to the ladies' room? I guess it was the first thing on his agenda. Why? I don't know. I guess he's a pervert. He is a troll after all. Also had this Lego set. There's some really cool Lego sets. It's small, but the troll was cool.
Hermione, move!
Oh no, thanks. I was thinking I was gonna stay here and let him hit me. But since you said move, I will move.
Do something! What? Anything! Hurry up!
Swish and flick.
Oh yeah, that's right. Swish and flick. Avada Kedavra.
Oh my goodness. Explain yourselves, both of you.
Well, what it is?
It's my fault, Professor McGonagall. I went looking for the troll. I read about them and thought I could handle it.
Okay, but she was in the bathroom when Quirrell came in warning them about the troll. And then Harry and Ron went to save her. Why lie about that? What is the point of lying? What does that gain you? You did nothing wrong.
If Harry and Ron hadn't come and found me, I'd probably be dead.
Be that as it may, it was an extremely foolish thing to do.
Cut myself shaving. What are you looking at? It happens.
I would have expected more rational behaviour on your part, and I am very disappointed in you, Miss Granger. 5 points will be taken from Gryffindor.
5? That's it? I feel like that's like a 2,000 defense, but alright, 5 points.
As for you two gentlemen, 5 points will be awarded to each of you.
For breaking the rules. This school system is fucked. You're rewarding people for breaking rules left and right, and you wonder why people get bitter and resentful and turn into dark wizards. They just like turn around and award Gryffindors for every little thing, like, oh, did Harry Potter brush his teeth today? 20 points to Gryffindor! Oh, that's my boy! Oh, did this Slytherin jaywalk? 3,000 points from Slytherin and detention! It's like, come on! No wonder they're turning evil!
5 points will be awarded to each of you for sheer dumb luck.
Snape's like, bitch, what did I do?
I'm guessing Snape let the troll in as a diversion, so he could try and get past that three-headed dog. But he got himself bitten. That's why he's limping.
But why would anyone go near that dog?
Cause it's big and fluffy. You wanted to pet it. Oh, look at the boy. He's a good boy. Oh, he's a big boy. He's a growling big boy.
Bit early for mail, isn't it?
But I never get mail. Let's open it. It's a broomstick.
No, I thought it was a flat screen TV. How could you not tell it was even when it was wrapped up? What else would it be?
It's a Nimbus 2000. But who?
This is just another example of blatant favoritism toward the richest kid in school, except maybe Malfoy, who could buy anything he wanted. He could buy this broom, and you just give it to him instead of helping with underprivileged kids. Like, what about the Weasley twins? They're both on the Quidditch team. Their brooms are shit. Why not buy them new brooms? No, you buy the richest kid a new broom because that makes sense. Fuck the school system. It's broken beyond repair, honestly.
Scared, Harry?
A little.
That's all right. I felt the same way before my first game.
What happened?
I don't really remember. I took a bludger to the head 2 minutes in. Woke up in hospital a week later.
Yeah, by the way, we let our kids play this for some reason. It's the dumbest thing ever. Bring back the soccer analogy. You're just playing soccer, and then a guy comes up and, ha-ha! It's all fair, part of the game, Knocked out the goalie, Time to get some free goals, guys. Stupid. It's a stupid game. It's really obnoxiously stupid. What's the point of 10 points? Why are you making it 10 points if there's no way to get less than 10 points? In basketball, it counts for 2 because you could get a 1-shot or you could get a 3-shot. In football, it's 7 points because you could go for 2 or you could kick a field goal. But in soccer, in hockey, in those sports, it's 1 point. Oh, yep, 10 points. That makes sense. This is about as stupid as freaking tennis scoring. Like, that makes any sense. Why is he just sitting up there? Maybe you should be looking for the freaking snitch, you moron. He's just like, oh, we're winning. I feel like I should be doing something. Huh. Oh no, he played the game like you're supposed to play it. Bad, ooh. He hit the ball that's supposed to hit people. He hit the ball at a person and it hit him. Boo. That's literally how the game works, guys. See, that was just cool. You know, go Slytherin. Go Slytherin. They seem to be the better team, honestly. At least their seeker's, like, trying to seek. Doesn't seem to be having much luck, but at least he's trying. Maybe you should go seek! As the seeker, you should seek instead of seeing the game. Oh, look, now he's seeking. You're like, oh, wait, yeah, ball, I do things. Just imagine you're watching a Quidditch game. I know, a lot to wrap your head around there, but you're just like, I wonder how the seeker's doing. Where is he? What's he doing just sitting up there for? Hey, do something!
What's going on with Harry's broomstick?
jinxing the broom?
I don't know, it looks like he's just rapping.
Lacanum inflammare.
Lightus flamus. It's right there. If you were sitting on the broom, you would have been able to grab it already. Doing this fancy standing up and whatever the hell you're doing was not helpful at all. I don't know why you did that. But then again, I shouldn't judge you too hard. You literally have no idea what you're doing. But just for future reference, just grab it next time.
Harry Potter receives 150 points for catching the snake.
Rendering the rest of this game completely pointless. Glad we sat here watching it for no goddamn reason. Freaking stupid. I am the impartial headmaster, and I can neither show favoritism toward Gryffindor or Slytherin, but yay, Gryffindor! Fuck you, Slytherin!
Why would Snape put a curse on Harry's brew?
Why was he trying to get past that three-headed dog on Halloween?
Who told you about Fluffy?
Fluffy.
That thing has a name.
Well, of course he's got a name. He's mine. I bought him off an Irish feller I met down the pub last year. Then I lent him to Dumbledore to guard the...
Yes?
Shouldn't have said that.
If you hadn't interrupted him by going, yes, then he would have said it, you dumbass bitch! Just shut up once in a while, it'll be good for you! I know. Somebody could tell me that.
What that dog is guarding is strictly between Professor Dumbledore and Nicholas Flamel.
Nicholas Flamel?
I shouldn't have said that.
God, they should have named him MacGuffin instead of Hagrid.
I see you've packed.
See, you haven't.
Change of plans. My parents decided to go to Romania to visit my brother Charlie. He's studying dragons there.
Good. You can help Harry then. He's going to go and look in the library for information on Nicholas Flamel.
We've looked 100 times.
Not in the restricted section.
Why is there a restricted section in the goddamn library? You got a forest that's off limits, you got a whole goddamn floor that's off limits, and now your library has a section that you can't even read from? Then why do you have the books? I hate this. It's so dumb.
Happy Christmas, Harry. Happy Christmas, Ron.
Merry Christmas, you morons.
Your father left this in my possession before he died. It is time it was returned to you. Use it well.
Well, let's see then. Put it on. That's an invisibility cloak.
I'm invisible.
It's really rare. I wonder who gave it to you.
There was no name. It just said, use it well.
Well, that's not stupid at all. I'm gonna be invisible except for this much of me. Because I really want this part of me to be seen. I'm really proud of my forearms. Oh. Why is that a thing?
Severus. You don't want me as your enemy, Quirrell.
Don't know. What do you mean?
You know perfectly well what I mean. We'll have another little chat soon.
I would just love to see this from Quirrell's perspective. He's like, you don't want me as an enemy, Quirrell. We'll talk about this later. Okay, buddy, alright. Another great thing to just be having lying around for no reason to just a random part of the school. Why not hide this too? Put it in the room of requirement or put it in the beneath the trap door or something. I guess they eventually do, but why is it just there?
I see that you, like so many before you, have discovered the delights of the Mirror of Erised.
Well, maybe if you hid it better, not so many people would have discovered it.
The happiest man on earth would look into the mirror and see only himself, exactly as he is.
So then it shows us what we want. Whatever we want.
Yes. And no.
But mainly yes. But sometimes still no. But mostly yes.
It shows us nothing more or less than the deepest and most desperate desires of our hearts.
For example, when I look into the mirror, I see Ryan Reynolds. Oh, Ryan, I long for your touch. What was I saying, Harry?
Here it is. Nicholas Flamel is the only known maker of the Sorcerer's Stone.
The what? Oh, I'm sorry, the Philosopher's Stone. I'm sorry, I don't know, I was speaking American for a second.
It will transform any metal into pure gold and produces the elixir of life, which will make the drinker immortal.
Okay, so why does this thing exist, and how did he make it, and why aren't more people making it? Make more, like what?
I know what that is. Hagrid, how did you get one?
I pushed really hard and pop, there it was.
Is that a dragon?
No, it's a dog.
Who's that?
Malfoy.
Oh dear.
Nothing gives a student the right to walk about the school at night. Therefore, as punishment for your actions, 50 points will be taken.
50?
Each.
You should be giving me points because I'm the main character and I'm in Gryffindor, for God's sakes. What is this?
All 4 of you will receive detention.
Excuse me, Professor.
Perhaps I heard you wrong. I thought you said the 4 of us.
No, you heard me correctly, Mr. Malfoy. You see, honourable as your intentions were, you too were out of bed after hours. You will join your classmates in detention.
Which will be in the Forbidden Forest because we have no idea how to even remotely have any logical reasoning behind anything we do. Oh my god. It's like, hey, you were out past your bedtime hanging out with Hagrid. So, to punish you, you're gonna be out past your bedtime with Hagrid in the place you're not allowed to go. Smart.
Norbert's gone. Dumbledore sent him off to Romania.
Well, that was fast. That happened about 5 minutes ago. Holy hell. They were on that one.
See that? That's unicorn blood, that is. I found one dead a few weeks ago. Now, this one's been hurt bad by something.
Maybe the guy walking in the cloak over there. Did you not just see that, guys? Hello, am I alone here? Guys?
Ron, Hermione, you'll come with me.
Okay.
And Harry, you'll go with Malfoy.
Oh, good. So we're splitting up? We're splitting up the kids in the deadly forest that kids aren't allowed in? Out past their bedtime? This is so dumb. This is so dumb.
Wait till my father hears about this. If I didn't know better, Draco, I'd say you were scared.
Yeah, because he's smart. You'd be a moron not to be scared, Harry! You dumbass! I don't know, maybe you are a Gryffindor, because you're stupidly brave. You're definitely not a Ravenclaw, I'll tell you that much.
What is it, Fang?
No, that's not terrifying at all. I know this is like the kid-friendly one, but that's like, honestly, probably the scariest shit in the entire franchise. Holy hell. How is he flying, though? How is he flying? Does he have a broom up his ass? Also, I just love the image of Quirrell going like... Hey, how you doing? Because he's not like flying up to him. He's just like crawling along the ground. Gotcha, sucker!
The forest is not safe at this time.
You think? I know that. You know that. But McGonagall sent me up here. I
can't do anything about it.
See, Draco's not bad. He led Hagrid right back to where Harry was. He may have ran away screaming in fear, but who wouldn't? There was a floating vampire guy.
You mean you-know-who's out there right now in the forest?
Why is nobody else in the common room ever? Why is it always just you three?
You don't think he'll try to kill you, do you?
Yes! What else do you think he wants to do? Have a picnic? Play a game of Quidditch, maybe?
Of course.
That's bizarre. Hagrid's playing the theme song from the movie. Is he aware? Or did he come up with this song and then freaking... Who made this? John Williams. Did John Williams just copy off of Hagrid? Or is Hagrid just a fourth dimensional being that's aware that he's in a movie? That's a weird thing to do.
The trick with any beast is to know how to calm him. Take Fluffy, for example. Just play him a bit of music and he falls straight to sleep. I shouldn't have told you that.
Now, what would 3 young Gryffindors, such as yourselves, be doing inside on a day like this?
We were just...
You want to be careful. People will think you're... up to something.
You should be careful. People will think that you're... What you looking at, bitch? Oh, tough guy, alright. Being Snape must be hard. All the kids are giving him so much shit and he's completely clueless as to why. I'm trying to protect people, I'm trying to make everything safe, and then all these kids are giving me evil eyes.
You're sneaking out again, aren't you? You'll get Gryffindor into trouble again. I'll fight you.
Petrificus totalis.
Well, that seemed unnecessary. Could have just been like, alright, sorry, Neville, but get out of the way, and then move. Like, it's Neville! He's not really gonna punch you in the face. No, we're gonna paralyze you momentarily, don't worry about it. You know, like, give you a concussion and leave you on the ground for hours.
Wait a minute. He's... snoring.
Very convenient timing that they just so happened to go here the exact same night that Quirrell/Voldemort was going here. Also, oddly convenient that Voldemort decided to wait until, like, the last day of school to do this. He's very precise with his timing. It's like, why do it in the middle of midterms? That would be annoying. It's hectic. I'm gonna wait till the last day, so if it doesn't go well, I can get out of here quick.
I'll go first. Don't follow until I give you a sign. If something bad happens, get yourselves out.
Alright, now go! Stop wasting time, you dum-dums! I feel like no one should ever Google this. I feel like that would be a very bad idea.
I remember reading something in herbology. Devil snare. It's deadly fun, but will sulk in the sun. That's it.
That's a stupid rhyme. Deadly fun. There's nothing fun about it.
Hello, Hamora. Well, it's worth a try.
What are we going to do? There must be 1,000 keys up there.
We're looking for a big old-fashioned one. Probably rusty like the handle. There, I see it. The one with the broken wing.
It's amazing how every task is, like, specifically written around their strengths. Like, alright, we're gonna have this one thing that is specifically the monster that's owned by your friend. Then we're going to follow that up with a school question quiz-based problem. And then we're going to have another thing that's if you can fly a broom really well. And then we're going to have a chess match, which is something that you guys do for fun. It's like they were watching these guys and were like, how can we make sure that Harry and his friends can beat these tasks? Or it's like J.K. Rowling is a shit author, but okay. Why couldn't you just go like Accio Key? Yes, that's too complicated of a spell for first years. Seems like they know every other spell, though.
Where are we? It's a chessboard.
do we do?
It's obvious, isn't it? We're gonna play our way across the room. Harry, you take the empty bishop square. Hermione, you'll be the Queenside Castle. And as for me, I'll be a knight.
Why not just say reparo chessy peasy? Like she knew how to repair the glasses earlier. You can repair the chess pieces, then you don't have to freaking sacrifice your lives to play chess, you dum-dum. And why are there freaking Ninja Turtles in chess? I've never seen Ninja Turtles as pawns before.
You understand, right, Harry? Once I make my move, the Queen will take me. Then you're free to check the king.
Ron, no!
What is it?
He's going to sacrifice himself.
No, you can't!
Just jump off the horse and you'll be fine, buddy. You don't have to be on the horse, right? You didn't even get touched. All you did is fall off the horse. Why are you screaming? You're just over dramatic. You little attention seeker.
Checkmate.
It's not checkmate. The queen has to move in front of you and then you take the queen and then it's check. It's a check, but it's not checkmate. So you lied. You don't know anything about chess, you dummy. You dum-dum. You stupid. I like chess too much to let that go. You had to take the queen out. Okay, so the only reason that this was remotely a hard chess problem to solve at all was because you need to keep Hermione up here and Harry down here alive and safe. So what we do is we take this rook here, which is completely undefended by anything, so the queen will naturally take it. Then we take Ron, who is this knight here, and we put the king in check. So the queen will also then naturally take this knight because he's not defended by anything. So there we have Ron eliminated. So what we do is we then put the king in check. This is not checkmate though because the queen can easily move there. However, once she does, then Harry would take her as well, putting it in checkmate and ending the game. But my point being, just when the queen was here and Harry moved up here, that wasn't checkmate, just because he moved there because the queen could do that. Now, she could have forfeited, but that's not what Harry said. He called it checkmate, and it wasn't checkmate. Alright, I'm moving on from chess. Nobody gives a shit about chess.
Ron's right. I have to go on.
God damn. Walking up all those stairs must be the hardest task of them all.
You?
Oh my god, what a twist.
Snape, he was the...
Yes. He does seem the type, doesn't he? Next to him, who would suspect poor stuttering Professor Quirrell?
During the Quidditch match, Snape tried to kill me.
No, dear boy. I tried to kill you.
Might have gotten away with it, too. It wasn't for these blasted kids and their dog.
Even with Snape muttering his little counter-curse. I knew you were a danger to me right from the off. Especially after Halloween. While everyone else was running about the dungeon, he went to the 3rd floor to head me off. He, of course, never trusted me again.
Why are you explaining all this? Why don't you just go, no, you're dumb. Anyway, I'm gonna kill you now. Now, let me set the record straight. First of all, I tried to kill you. Second of all, I was the one failing you in all of your classes. Didn't you notice? Third of all...
Tell me, what do you see?
So, wait, the mirror shows you your greatest desire, which for Harry previously was his parents. Now it's the stone because his priorities have shifted, obviously. Now he has the stone in his pocket, so now the stone is actually in his pocket. Why not put your parents in your pockets? You get really big pants, get really big pockets, put your parents in your pockets, and then poof, you got your parents in your pockets in real life. How does this mirror do that? It didn't do that before. That wasn't part of the thing before.
What is it? What do you see?
I'm shaking hands with Dumbledore. I've won the House Cup.
He lies. Tell the truth! What do you see?
Let me speak to him.
Master, you are not strong enough.
I have strength enough for this.
I am strong enough for this! Because this doesn't require that much strength, honestly. It's just taking off a turban. How did this happen exactly? I understand there was like 1/8, whatever the hell it was. There's a few fractions of this guy alive. How the hell did he exactly get stuck to the back of a dude's head? How did that happen? What was the spell that made that a thing?
See what I must do to survive. Live of another. A mere parasite. Unicorn blood can sustain me, but it cannot give me a body of my own. But there is something that can. Something that conveniently enough lies in your pocket.
No, it can't. The Sorcerer's Stone prolongs your life or stops you from dying. Nothing about that gives you a body in any way. Maybe you didn't do your research right, or maybe this is a plot hole. I'm not sure which.
Stop him! Don't be a fool. Why suffer an horrific death when you can join me?
Together we can rule the galaxy as father and son, or as slimy weird boy and man on the back of a head. Minor technicality.
Tell me, Harry, would you like to see your mother and father again?
Nah, I've seen them before. They're fine.
That's it, Harry. There is no good and evil.
There are no facts. There are only perceptions. I've been reading a lot of Nietzsche while I've been stuck up here in this turban. Not much to do.
Together, we'll do extraordinary things. Just give me the stone.
You liar!
Kill him!
Okay, so let me get this straight. He can touch him and he's fine, but if he touches him, he disintegrates. Why?
What is this magic?
I love how he said, "What is this magic?" We say, "What kind of magic is this?" because it's something we don't understand. But magic's normal to them. Like, what kind of laptop is this? What kind of microphone is this? I do have to say, though, Harry Potter having acid hands was quite the plot twist. Candy! 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 I just killed a man, but there's candy on my bed.
I see that your friend Ronald has saved you the trouble of opening your chocolate frogs.
Ron was here. Is he alright? What about Hermione?
What would have happened to Hermione? Hermione didn't have any issues. You just left her in that room for some reason. Why did you leave her there? Why didn't she come with you? I didn't think about that. Why wasn't she with you? She could have been helpful in the whole defeating Voldemort thing.
What happened to the stone?
The stone has been destroyed. My friend Nicholas and I have had a little chat and agreed it was best all around.
But then Flamel, he'll die, won't he?
Has died, actually, but that was a sacrifice I was willing to make.
How is it I got the stone, sir?
Only a person who wanted to find the stone, find it, but not use it, would be able to get it.
That doesn't make sense, but alright.
Does that mean, with the stone gone, that is, that Voldemort can never come back?
Ah, I'm afraid there are ways in which she can return.
I'm not sure yet how, but I'm sure we'll figure it out by the next movie.
It was because of your mother. She sacrificed herself for you. And that kind of act leaves a mark. Oh no, this kind of mark cannot be seen. It lives in your very skin.
What is it?
Love, Harry. Love.
So you're telling me every other wizard who has been killed by the Avada Kedavra curse wasn't loved by their mother, and that's why they were able to be killed? Every person Voldemort killed wasn't loved by their mommy. Harry's the only one. He's the only one that his mom loved. That's so dumb. That's such a bullshit reason. That's the worst thing I've ever heard in my life.
Another year gone. And now, as I understand it, the House Cup needs awarding, and the points stand thus. In fourth place, Gryffindor with 312 points.
What is with this whole, like, point awarding system? I've never been to, like, a British boarding school, or any boarding school for that matter, but this seems like such like a summer camp bullshit type of thing. Like, oh, our house is competing against your house. Like, what? All that does is breed competition and contempt between houses. Especially when you rig the system so that Gryffindor always wins, you damn idiots! Doesn't mean anything when you don't let specific houses win. It's just a rigged competition.
And in first place, with 472 points, Slytherin House. Yes, yes, well done, Slytherin. Well done, Slytherin, however.
Yes, yes, well done. But guess what? There's more! Gryffindor wins because I said so. Ha 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 ha!
Assuming that my calculations are correct, I believe that a change of decoration is in order. Gryffindor wins the House Cup.
I would quit the school, honestly. I would leave. I'd go back home to my parents and say, "Can I go to a real school, please? This school is just it's just awful. Is there any other school? I will transfer to the freaking Ireland school, the French school, Germany, anything but America." Why are the other houses throwing their hats? They're like, yeah, anybody but Slytherin, anybody but Slytherin. I've said it once, I'll say it a million times. No wonder they turn bad. They're being bred by you idiots. Such a broken system. I feel bad for all of them. Slytherin won in my book.
Come on, Harry.
1 minute.
Thought you were leaving without saying goodbye, did you?
No, I was just wondering if you had any more spoilers for, like, the second movie or anything.
Feels strange to be going home, doesn't it?
I'm not going home. Not really.
Alright, there you have it. That was Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. Yeah, I think that holds up. Like I said, there's some pretty obvious clunky parts. The more you think about this universe, the less it makes sense. It's very childish, it's very cheesy, but it's magnificently everything that it is. It's this really interesting world that's been developed. It's very imaginative. It's very well made. Like, the whole world just looks beautiful. I love it, and I don't think it's just nostalgia. I think it is a really legitimately good movie. I made fun of a lot of things, and yes, what I made fun of is still true. There's some bad parts, but I think overall there's much more great and entertaining parts about it. Yes, the writing is a bit weak at times, but you don't really have to worry about it because it's just entertaining. It's fun. It's fantastical, and I enjoy it a lot. So that's what I think. I think this movie is still good 20 years later, but what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. Of course, don't forget to like, share, and if you're new here, subscribe. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.
Could I borrow wood for a moment, please?